putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
I want to start where I just ended with Senator Feinstein. She is not somebody that is a bomb thrower, Doris Kearns Goodwin. She basically walked right up to the line of he's not fit for office right now. She was right there, pretty close.
Something happened a month ago, and obviously I think, oh my God, tell us what it is that happened. But clearly the people inside the administration, inside the Congress, are feeling a sense of enormous concern right now. I don't understand how President Trump could say the other day, no collusion. We're very happy. How can he be happy? The administration has been under a shadow from the beginning. Energy has been lost. Time and resources have been lost. And now it's going into an even deeper direction. As long as it doesn't hit him, he says, we're happy. Don't the people you choose around you, who have now shown themselves to be untrustworthy, reflect you? That's the major idea of a leader, as an example. And yet he says, we're very happy. There's such a disconnect between what's happening and what he's feeling.
Welcome back, everybody. Doris Kearns, presidential historian, leftist. Inside the administration, there's a sense of enormous concern, inside, outside, with Congress, etc. Because she knows she's an insider. This is a relic. This lady, no, I'm not trying to be mean, but she's, probably close to 70 years old. She's not worked with Trump. Most of the people that he's working with are new people. But she knows she's on the inside. But let's say that she is. There's an enormous amount of concern. Let me tell you, like I said before, the left tell you what's going on with them. There's an enormous amount of concern with them. I love what this part. She says, how could he be happy? How in the world could Donald Trump be happy? Maybe because he's president. He's not supposed to be. But how could he be happy? Energy lost. Here's all the explanations. This is what she says. Energy lost, time and energy have been lost in this. And then she goes into, maybe it doesn't reach you, but don't you care about the people around you? Aren't you guilty by association? Can you imagine a leftist saying that to you? Aren't you guilty by association? I don't understand the disconnect. Well, Doris, let me explain. The disconnect's not with us. The disconnect's not with Trump. The disconnect is with the left. These people who have this all-out, hell-bent mentality that they're going to get this man no matter what. Well, it's tough to get somebody when they're not guilty. This reminds me of the Rachel Maddow tax deal. We're going to get Donald Trump's tax return. We've got Donald Trump's tax returns. We've got them right here. Yep, we're going to be talking about it on the show. Yep, they're on there. They're being FedExed right over to me. Courier over. We're going to have them right before the broadcast. I will be able to let you know what's going on with Donald Trump's taxes. And then she opens up his taxes, and it turns out Donald Trump's paid like $52 million in taxes. It just... You ever had the wind knocked out of you? Let me tell you, as a fighter, I had the first time it happened to me, I was playing football. But you get the wind knocked out of you, you get hit in the right place. It's like, oh, hold on a minute. That was a slow motion body punch to Rachel Maddow. She vamped for an hour. Yep, well, we told you we were going to get them. And sometimes, you ever had one of these deals where you're out in the country? You're driving along. Cars moving. You're motoring. You can hear that motor running. You see the landscape as it's going by. Depending on the speed, it goes fast, it goes slow. Depending on your speed. I mean, would you want to listen to my radio show if I vamped for 20 minutes on a road drive, the drive between the highway and the 2-mile dirt road to get to my grandmother's house? You hit that fence and there you go. You got to get out. You're going to have to open the gate. That's right. So what do? You pop the locks. You see those locks go up and you think to yourself, boy, that was interesting. It's automatic. Pop. I hit the button. The lock pops up. What do I do then? Well, open the door. Open the door. I've got to go and do what? Well, we've got to, dare I say, open that gate. I was laughing with one of the executives of Fox about Rachel Maddow. And she goes, Kevin, she's effective. I'm like, that's not effective. Okay. So put her in that time slot and then let me have a time slot that's next to Rachel where I'm talking about issues and explaining things, and we're having a good time. And Rachel's over there vamping. And she just started laughing. I mean, come on, seriously? The disconnect? What are these people talking about? The disconnect is on their end. The very disconnect that got Donald Trump elected. What do they want to prove? You want to prove that, oh, you know what? You can be right about something, but we can still take it away from you. Ever had one of those, you see those shows, the principal show, the rich guy, even though you are right on principle, he's like, doesn't matter. I own the town, so I can throw you in jail. Well, congratulations to you. But I'm the town's cobbler, so your kids aren't going to have any shoes. I mean, really? So, but it's funny to listen to them. They are so hell-bent on just making sure that in getting what they want. I mean, you ever had a kid just cry, and then the parents finally go, just get it, but it's going to be the last time you get it. And the kid's like, and they finally get it, and they shut up, and they go, okay. Doesn't matter if it's bad for them. I want to stick this fork in the electrical outlet. You don't do it. Get away from there. Don't make me beat you, boy. And if, okay, do it. Go ahead. Fine. Don't look at me. You've done that, haven't you? Did you do that with your parents? What have you got? Let me ask you this. What have you guys done that and I know the audience can't hear you, but what have you done that you regret? Like your parents said, don't do it, like some girl you dated, right? Mm-hmm. Or what, something bad where your parents told you, they warned you. You have a story, right? We all have that story. Parents said, don't do it, but you did it, and this happened. I don't remember one of my stories at this point, but I know I have some. If I'm forced to remember, I know my grandmother went, I wouldn't do it. And I was like, you don't know nothing, old lady. You just an old lady. No, I never said anything like that to my grandmother. Even though a couple times I was like, just because you're older doesn't mean you know. Come on, we've all had that moment. But see, for us, it's not about being older. I'm listening to Doris Kearns talk about Donald Trump and them trying to get this man, and they're giddy. And I'm talking, what are you giddy over? Here, there's a guy, he commented back and said, y'all need to get over yourselves.
A lot of the heavy breathing and a lot of the speculation is completely unwarranted. That plea agreement does not, to me, indicate that there's very much else there. When you have a witness who can put other people into criminal behavior, you can do one of two things. You can either immunize them if they're not willing to disclose their information. You can either give them immunity, in which case they have to testify truthfully, or else if they don't testify, they go to jail for contempt. If they testify falsely, they go to jail for perjury. Or else you can make them plead guilty to participating in the same criminal conduct that you're trying to prove up against the other people you're after, because that's the most convincing evidence of the existence of the conspiracy. Neither one of them is true.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson. That was a former attorney general, and he's speaking he's nonpartisan in this. He's saying there's only a couple ways we do this, and Donald Trump has nothing to worry about. But I want to go back to Kearns, who says, well, isn't he concerned about the people around him? What, like Jared Kushner, his son-in-law? You think he's concerned? If there were a reason to be concerned, he'd be concerned. Kushner's out at some event having a good time, and rightfully so. Nobody's going to be in trouble over anything that's going on. This is one of those things where the left wants to feel some level of vindication. When they won those 2 governor seats that they were supposed to win. Yeah, look at us. We're winners. All right. Because they don't want to feel like losers. They are losers. And see, the interesting thing is, even over the decades, as they felt like winners, they know they've been losers. They just got into the mentality to believe that even though they were losing, they were winning. I call it backfire. A guy that you beat him up while you're walking backwards, but he still thinks he's winning because he's coming forward. You're peppering him, pop, 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 pop. And he's like, yeah, but I'm still going forward, so I must be winning. So that's what the left has believed. We're still moving our agenda forward. We got to be winning. Look at everything we're winning on. We got gay issues. We got immigration on. And then finally the people went, no, you haven't been winning. Now, I'm not saying we were rope-a-doping them because we were getting our butts kicked too to a degree. But let me just tell you, the truth cannot lose over time. It has to win. You can't. How long are you going to fake people into believing Barack Obama was competent when eventually somebody competent is going to come in and show you that he wasn't? That's exactly what's happening right now. And that's the rebellion of the lie.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.